Okay, so today starts day 2 of our inequalities unit. Today we're going to be writing inequalities, testing solutions, and graphing solutions. So we're still not actually solving, well, I take that back. We do solve one of them, but actually like solving inequalities like we would solve equations. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is write the sentence as an inequality. So there's some kind of key word in number 1 that tells me what inequality symbol belongs there. It says a number x is less than 2. Okay? Less than does not mean minus in this scenario. Okay? Less than is telling me which inequality symbol goes between the x and the 2. All right, so go ahead and try to write that one. All right, so x, which is, I'm not sure what value it is. We'll talk about that in a second. And less than is closed off to the side of the inequality that's supposed to be less, 2. Okay, x is less than 2. X is less than 2, just like that. Okay, and when I read my inequality that I wrote, it should sound like this statement. X is less than 2. All right, so let's look at number 2. A number m plus 4 is greater than or equal to 7. I want you to go ahead and try that one. Anybody remember how I show equal to? Sam? Yes. Okay, so greater than means it's open to that side, and the line underneath the symbol means equal to. It means there can be a number, a value for m that would actually make it equal to 7. Okay? Can anybody tell me what value for m would make it equal to 7? 3. Okay? Can anybody give me another number for m that would make that inequality true? So 3 makes it equal to, but what other, there's more solutions than just 3, Nolan?
4.
4. What's 4 plus 4? 8. Is 8 greater than 7? Yep. All right, so let's look at number 3 now. 10 is no less than a number q multiplied by 6. All right, let's try this one. This one's a little tricky. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I don't want to read it too many times to where it starts messing you up. Okay, so you just try to figure out what symbol is supposed to go there. What does no less than mean? So what number goes first? 10, okay? But now I have to figure out what does no less than mean, okay? So here's what helps for me, and I'll be honest with you, I struggle with these statements too. It kind of starts messing with my head. Can anybody relate to that? Is it less than? Is it greater than? What is it? So here's what I do. I take that statement, no less than, and I put it into a real world statement, and for me, I like to use voting age 18, okay? So here we go. A person has to be, here we go, no less than 18 years old to vote. So what does no less than mean in that statement? A person has to be no less than 18 years old to vote. And right there, now you know the symbol that goes there. Okay? Well, I know no less than 18 means they have to be older than 18. Well, 10 is no less than a number. That means it has to be greater than or equal to a number. Do you see the connection? As soon as I kind of pick up that statement and put it into a different statement, then it becomes a lot more clear what no less than is supposed to mean. It can't be less than the combination of a number q multiplied by 6. How would I write that algebraically? Would I write it q times 6? I mean, that's what it said. A number q multiplied by 6. Is that how I'm supposed to write it? How am I supposed to write it? Q6. Right? That's how I'm supposed to write it? 6q. You write the number first. You write the number first. We never write the variable first, guys. ever. Okay. 6Q. 6Q. We always write the number and then the variable and nothing in between. So I've seen parentheses. Don't do the parentheses. Parentheses don't go around Q. You just write the number and the variable together. Okay? It's unnecessary. Okay, you could have just put it off to the side. All right, so I want you to do numbers 4, 5, and 6. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and walk around the room and kind of just check on you guys and see how you're doing. Remember, this is a part of your participation grade right now, okay? So I want everybody working on 4, 5, and 6 and coming up with your statements before we go over them. All right, so let's work on these. Number 4, everybody say number 4 with me. Most of you got it right. 4P is greater than 22. Number 5, say it with me. 1/3 T is less than or equal to 5. All right, number 6, guys. Can anybody raise your hand and tell me, maybe I confirmed with you that you got it right. What is number 6, Faith?
6 greater than 1D.
No, that's multiplication. That does not mean difference. What means difference? Subtraction. Caleb, what did you put?
6 is greater than
D minus 1. Difference, guys. The difference means subtraction. So if that confused you, you need to write on your worksheet difference, and you need to write subtraction in parentheses to remind you that difference means subtraction. All right, because remember, you're using these worksheets to study for your quiz. All right, these worksheets, these 4 worksheets that we're doing, that make up your quiz on Monday and your test next Wednesday. All right, number 8. We have number 7 next. Okay, there are 65 people in a restaurant. The restaurant has a maximum capacity of 84 people. Write an inequality that represents the number, use the variable x, of additional people who can enter the restaurant. All right, so we've talked about this when it comes to writing equations and inequalities. The first key for you, okay, is you need to decide what operation does it take to solve the problem. Don't say it. The opposite operation of whatever you think it's going to take to solve it. So if I say I need to divide to solve this, multiplication needs to be connected to my variable in the inequality. All right, so you decide, write your inequality, and then you are going to solve it, okay? Actually, it doesn't even say to solve it. It just wants us to write the inequality, okay? So write the inequality that would represent it. I want you to raise your hand when you think you have your answer. Last hour, several people got this right, okay? So read it, write the inequality that you would think would represent. That means an inequality sign. Do not write an equal sign. All right, so what is my total? What did it say was my total in the problem? 84. 84 people is the maximum capacity. All right, so that's a key for us, maximum capacity, what my inequality would be. So 65 are already in there, plus some number. I don't know how many more could be in there. And 84 is my total. So now tell me this. Does this combination need to be less than 84, greater than 84? Could it be equal to 84? What symbol would go between the combination of what I don't know and how many are already there and my total? Chloe? Okay, and going back to maximum capacity. That means that 84 is the highest number of people. It can't be more than that. So Chloe is right. It has to be less than or equal to 84. Why could it be equal to? So if the fire marshal walks in and they see 84 people, are they still okay? Yeah, because 84 is the maximum capacity. So if you have 84, you're good. If you have 85, you're going to get a fine. You're going to be fined, okay? Well, then that doesn't count because he's not staying, okay? All right, so if you were to solve this, Then you would do the opposite operation, which is subtract 65 from both sides to figure out how many more people could be in there, which we're going to do tomorrow, 19. Okay, does that make more sense? Because you're about to do another one on number 14. Okay, number 8. Number 8, I'm going to do one of these with you, and then you're going to do the rest of this section. Okay, so we're going to do one, and we're testing solutions. We talked yesterday about the fact that an inequality, does it only have one? Listen, does it only have one solution in an inequality? Remember the amusement park example? Is it if you're 50 inches tall, you can ride, but if you're any other height, you can't? No. It's at least usually 42 inches and anything more than that, so there's more than one solution. So I'm not saying that this solution is the only one. I'm just testing it. Would it make the inequality true? U plus 7 is less than 4 when U equals 2. So plug in 2 into the inequality. What's 2 plus 7? Is 9 less than 4? Nope. And that's your answer. You're going to do the rest of this section. Again, this is your participation. Okay? So I'm walking around. I'm checking on you guys. If you are not doing these problems, you will lose points on your participation grade. If you're stuck, your hand needs to be up so I can come help you and you can keep moving forward. Okay? So I'm going to come around and check on you guys. All right, so number 9, when I plugged it in, is 6 greater than or equal to 3? Okay? The word or is important. Is it greater than 3? Or it could be equal to 3, which we know it's not. But just because it's not the other part of it doesn't make it not true. 6 is greater than 3, so it is a true statement. Okay? You say, well, no, it's not true because it's not equal to. That's the or, though. It could be either or. It could be greater than 3, or it could be equal to 3. Does that make sense? All right. Thank you for the feedback, those of you who answered. All right. Number 10. Is this one true? Do you have the totals? Did you write down 30 is greater than or equal to 24? Yes. Did you write that? Yes. Okay. Now, what about number 11? How are we doing on 11? 15 is less than 12. Okay, so I plug in 3 for W. 4 times 3 is 12. And is that true? Is that true? Is 15 less than or equal to 12? No. No. Okay. So now what I want you to do on number 11 is I want you to take it one step further, and I want you to write a number that would have made this true. Okay. So I tested 3 as a solution for number 11, and it was not a solution to the inequality. I want you to give me a number that would be a solution to number 11. Go ahead and just write it down next to the problem. All right. Are you all going to choose the same number? Probably not. Okay. Unless you're mind readers or something. Okay. All right. So there are multiple numbers that would make this true. Can anybody raise your hand and tell me what is a number that would make number 11 true? Robbie?
4.
Is that true? 4 times 4?
Yes.
Is 16 greater than 15 or vice versa? 15 less than or equal to 16? Yes. And anything greater than 4. 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, you name it. All right, number 12. Let's do number 12 together. Number 12 says negative 3 is greater than, what number do I plug in for x?
10.
And the negative is already in my fraction, 10 over 5. I want you to simplify. What is negative 10 over 5? Go ahead and write that down on your paper. Negative 10 over 5. What's negative 10 divided by 5? Negative 2. Now answer the question. Is negative 3 greater than negative 2? Nope. All right, answer number 13 now. Go ahead and answer number 13. All right, number 13. What is 8 divided by 2? 4. Is it true that 4 is less than or equal to 6? Yes, it is. Very good. Number 14. The largest alligator ever caught in Mississippi weighed 727 pounds. Write an inequality that represents the weights of every other alligator that has ever been caught in Mississippi. I want you to write an inequality. Have it. What do you think they have it? Oh, come on. Okay, so if the largest one is 727, what has to be true about every other alligator that's ever been caught? Less than, not equal to. No, because if it's equal to, then it's not the largest. It shares the title. No. I think it's just less than. X is less than 727. X is less than 727. Do you get that? Okay. Anybody in Kendall's boat and you just said you way overthought it and it was pretty basic? Okay. A lot of these are. All right. So hopefully you're better at 21 because you're going to do that one on your own for homework. That's your homework question. Okay. Let's answer B. Is 750 pounds a solution to your inequality, and explain your answer? Go ahead and answer that. Okay, what do you think, guys? Does it make it true?
Yes.
Look at the inequality. If you plug in 750, does it make that inequality true? No, 750 is not less than 727. If you had that value is larger than 727. That value is larger. Okay. All right. So now we are going to look at number 15. We're going to finish this section tomorrow, but we need to do, we're going to do the first two, all right, to kind of set a baseline, and then you're going to finish it up. You should be able to finish it up for your homework, okay? And we'll check it tomorrow. Number 15, okay, it says X is greater than or equal to 4. Whatever number is your solution, that is going to be the middle number on your number line, okay? And you need 3 numbers on your number line. So just like a number line trends, when you go left, your numbers get less. They go down. And when you go right, your numbers increase in value. All right, so what number is 1 less than 4? 3. And what number is 1 greater than 4? 5. Okay, so now your number line is set up. Now you need to decide, is it going to be an open dot or a closed dot on the 4? What tells you is the symbol. If it has the equal to bar underneath, it means it is a closed dot. You're going to color it in. Okay, if there is the bar underneath, it means that it can also be that number as a part of the solution. It's a closed dot. And then the arrow, you always read the variable first. This is important, guys, for numbers 18 and 19 because they write the variable second. You must read the variable first. X is what? Greater than or equal to 4. What does that mean? I want you to substitute the phrase all solutions, all numbers, all solutions. Okay? And now read it. All solutions are greater than or equal to 4. So the arrow goes to the right, which means that anything greater than or equal to 4, often to infinity, would make this inequality true. All right, so I'm showing all the possible solutions on a number line. All right, let's look at number 16. Number 16 says J is less than 3. I want you to set up your number line. What 3 numbers would belong on your number line? Don't say it out loud. Put your 3 numbers on your number line. And then if you remember, do your open dot or closed dot. And if you think you can, go ahead and draw which way you think your arrow goes, and then you would be done. Let's see, Nolan, what three numbers go on my number line?
2, 3, and 4.
2, 3, and 4. The solution goes in the middle. Aaliyah, is it an open dot or a closed dot?
Open.
It is open because it's not equal to. And let's see, Jakari, which way does my arrow go, left or right? It goes to the left because all solutions must be less than 3. All right, the last one I want to go over with you guys is number 18. And you're going to do the rest of the worksheet on your own for homework. Number 18 writes it backwards. Okay, number 18 says -3 is less than t. But in order to graph this correctly, you must read the variable first. Because if you read this, guys, left to right, it looks like a less than sign, doesn't it? It looks like a less than sign, doesn't it? If you read it left to right. But remember what I said. I said all solutions, right? And now when you read it variable first, this is all solutions must be what? Greater than -3. That changes your arrow. If you read this as a less than sign and your variable actually comes second, you are going to get the arrow wrong every time. Okay? You must read the variable first. This means all solutions must be greater than -3 to make the inequality true. All right? The number line is also going to be a challenge because the middle number is -3. And remember, when I move left, my numbers get smaller. What is it? -4. Because my numbers get smaller and I'm moving farther away from 0, my negative numbers get smaller. What number goes to the right? -2. Open dot or closed dot? Open. And if I'm reading the inequality right and all solutions must be greater than -3, which way does my arrow go? To the right. Are you going to get 19 right? Because 19 is very similar to number 18. Number 21, guys, you're setting up your own inequality for number 21. Don't overthink it, okay? And you need to be doing this on your own, all right? So, and help class this afternoon if you need it. All right, and that's it for day 2.